guys, I'm driving home after a late Mother's Day dinner with my mom, and I have a few things in my mind I wanted to kind of bounce off you guys here on Insta Story. I'm kind of warming up with you guys. I'm going to make a full YouTube video about this coming up. So issue number one is that I'm kind of in two different worlds. I'm in the gardening world, which also includes vegan food and being healthy in terms of my diet. But I'm in this whole other world of the martial arts. And actually what I'm finding lately is that most of the people that follow me in the martial arts world don't even know that I'm vegan and don't even know that I'm in the gardening space. And those people that follow me for gardening have no idea that I'm into martial arts. Kind of like Batman and Bruce Wayne. By the way, side note, sorry about my nose today. I got hit in the nose in the garden today. Not from being punched. One of my fruit trees got me in the nose, so you gotta deal with it. And so within the martial art community, in the martial art world, I get inundated with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of emails a day because my martial art channel has like almost 600,000 followers and like 80 million views. So I get a ton of direct messages every day on social media and a ton of emails every day because of my YouTube channel. They just keep rolling in. And so what I get to see is a lot of consistent themes. People ask me the same questions over and over again. And the most asked question I get in the martial art world is usually about bullies. People are always asking me, Jake, how do I deal with a bully? How do I fight a bully? They ask me things like, Jake, I'm a girl. How do I deal with a bully who's a guy? Jake, I'm a young teenager. How do I deal with a bully who's much older than me? Jake, how do I deal with 3 or 4 bullies who want to fight me all at once? And usually the question is framed in a way like this. It's like, Jake, how do I fight 4 people at once? Jake, how do I fight a 17-year-old and I'm 13? Jake, I'm a girl. How do I fight a guy who's bigger and stronger than me? They always want to fight the bully. So the bully thing is very real for a lot of people, and they're always turning to me as this martial artist who they've seen on YouTube to look for some advice of how they can neutralize the bully. And I've got to tell you, honestly, I don't have the answer. I really believe that everybody who is battling a bully is in a unique circumstance. There's not one rule that goes across the board. You know, it's a gray area and every situation is unique. So the only thing that I can do is offer you my experience with bullies from when I was a teenager, and that has carried on into my adulthood. Okay, so here's the first thing that I've learned about bullies. Bullies are not only for teenagers who are in middle school and high school. Bullies are always around. Even when you're an adult in their 30s, like me, they're still around. And so you guys gotta remember who you're talking to. My name is Jake Mace. You guys search Jake Mace on YouTube, you're gonna find all my videos. How much trolling and how much hate is in the comments of my videos? There are tons of bullies in the comments. I've got over 2,000 videos on the internet right now, 2,000 videos plus. And each one of them has a ton of bullies in the comments. Now, sometimes these bullies are harmless. They just leave a bully type comment, and I get 10,000 comments a day, so I don't even have the ability to see all the comments, so I just ignore them most of the time. Now, sometimes these bullies are in the comments and they choose to go after other people, and they have racial comments and they have demeaning comments, and usually if I see that, I'll delete those comments and block that person, but I don't see it all. Sadly, there's just too many comments for me to delete and moderate every single one, so a lot of them just sit there on YouTube. Now, there's another level of the bullies that I experience as well. The second level of bully in my life is the person who chooses to make a video trash talking me. I got a lot of trash talk videos about people that hate on Jake Mace on YouTube, and they kind of are for a lot of different reasons. There's no such thing as bad press. You know, any press is good press. If people are talking about you, it's good because your message is getting out there and you can't make everybody happy. And I would say this, I would say that for every one person who's a bully or who's a YouTube troll, there's 50 people or more that love the message that we're doing with vegan food and gardening and martial arts. So a 50-to-1 ratio of positive to negative. And bullies always have a way of doing things to you in a negative way that really gets under your skin. And all you can do is just laugh it off. I mean, but sometimes it really resonates with you and it's hard to shake. The majority of all people in the world will teach somebody how to fight a bully, to try to shut him up. and how to fight back and fight fire with fire and take him out. And I don't agree with this. I have a different philosophy. Since I'm on YouTube with a lot of videos and instruction, YouTube is kind of like middle school and high school to me. So when the bullies come after you with video responses, it's kind of like I'm in high school all over again. Truthfully, there's no easy way to deal with a bully, and every situation is unique. For me, if a bully calls me out, it's not my job to go fight the bully or make a response video calling them out and fight with them. From my own personal experience, what I have found is that most of the bullies that are in the world are actually pretty insecure. They're pretty weak-minded, they're pretty weak in body, and they're pretty insecure. And if you try to fight them, here's what happens. If you try to fight them, then they win, because all a bully wants to do is take up all your time. They want to pull you down into the mud with them because you're existing on top and they want you down in hell where they are. You know, think of a country like North Korea, run by Kim Jong-un. He would love to meet with the American president. He would love to go to war with America because it would just validate him as a leader. It would give him so much ego boost. And so you got to think, how do I defeat the bully? How do I not give the bully what they want? They want me to go down into the mud with them, so I have to be an eagle and fly over top of the tar pits. So then I start thinking about fictional or real people in my life who have dealt with bullies. And one example I'm going to use for this video is the Karate Kid. Let me tell you guys why the Karate Kid is an important example. Because the movie The Karate Kid is all about bullies. Daniel's son was fighting the Cobra Kai bullies in high school. And then you had the two adults. You had the Cobra Kai teacher and Mr. Miyagi, who were also kind of fighting each other in a way as well. And the very first time that Mr. Miyagi found out that innocent Daniel's son was being bullied by the Cobra Kai kids, he could have gone into the Cobra Kai dojo and kicked the shit out of the Cobra Kai instructor and used his fists. But would that have solved anything? Do you think that if Mr. Miyagi went in there and used his karate to kick the ass of the Cobra Kai instructor, would that have finished all of Daniel's son's problems right there? You know, Mr. Miyagi was always pruning the bonsai trees, and he was Mr. Fix at the apartment complex, fixing everything that was broken. And he was trying to teach these skills to Daniel to teach Daniel how to have an outlet for his stress. But finally, when Daniel's son could not escape the bully kids at school, and he was getting his ass kicked by them dressed in Halloween costumes like skeletons, he was going to get killed. They had him on the ground and they were kicking the crap out of him. Mr. Miyagi finally had to step in, because if he didn't step in, Daniel would have been killed by those boys. And he only did enough to block their advances, throw them down. They all ran away and nobody got critically injured. But then the fighting got real. Mr. Miyagi then had to go into the Cobra Kai dojo himself and address the teacher. And the teacher wanted to fight him. But instead, Mr. Miyagi used his brain and thought about, we'll enter into the tournament, and if Daniel's son enters the tournament, leave him alone. Mr. Miyagi tells the Cobra Kai instructor, leave the boy alone for the next 2 months to train. And so he spares him 2 months beating. Daniel's son goes in the tournament, he wins it, and the bullying problem seems to go away, at least temporarily. Probably the most powerful thing I can tell you with how to get rid of a bully is to immerse yourself in activities in life that the bully is not a part of, and take up your time in a positive way. Such as join a club that the bully is not a part of, join a martial arts school, join a sport, pick up an instrument and learn how to play music. Go join some activity that's yours that takes up your time so that the bully is out of your life. I've got so many bullies on YouTube right now making videos about me that are calling me out and they want to fight because they're small and they're insignificant and they have no following and they have no skills. So to fight a guy like me would instantly give them validation. And somebody who is an instructor in the martial arts who is trying to call somebody out to create controversy, all they're doing is they're showing that they have nothing of value to teach. So they're having to go down into the mud. But it's difficult because a guy like me, I'm over 6 feet tall, I'm 205 pounds. I try to stay in great shape. I train martial arts every day. So when another martial artist calls you out, the animal part of me kicks in and I want to go fight that person and just show them up and show them what I can do. But a 20-year-old man cannot go fight a 5-year-old boy. And in this case, the bully is the 5-year-old boy and I'm the 20-year-old man. To fight the bully would be just as ridiculous. So when a bully is pushing you around, when they're in your face, when they're spitting on you, when they're making life hell for you, when they're stealing your shit, You have to use your brain, take a deep breath, relax, and assess the situation. Are they just hurting your ego? Are they making your life a living hell? Or do they have you down on the ground and are they kicking the shit out of you? And if they're kicking the shit out of you already, it's time for Mr. Miyagi to step in and fight a little bit to defend yourself. But if all their bullying is just superficial, and if they're just hurting your ego, then it's time to go and immerse yourself in another activity, join that club, learn a new skill, and get away from that bully in a healthy way. Because the bully normally 99.9% of the time doesn't want to really hurt you physically and beat you up. What they want to do is they want to get under your skin, they want to get a rise out of you, and they want to have themselves be validated with your anger. The bully 99% of the time doesn't want to win the fight. They just want to get under your skin. The YouTube troll doesn't want to win the argument. They just want to continue the heated conversation, and that's winning to them. So the minute you step away, you win. Mr. Miyagi did not have to go and kick the Cobra Kai instructor's ass. He just had to train Daniel-san enough where Daniel-san showed a good fight in the tournament, which earned him respect. Right now, I'm just too busy doing too many cool things, meeting cool people and learning new skills to be dragged on into the mud with these adult man bullies. And I've got an amazing life, and I am really having a good time living it. I don't have time right now to be pulled down into the mud, but it would be great for views. If I fought back and made videos back at them and got into this YouTube fight, it would be great for views. But it's not about views. I'm not willing to go there. So hopefully, no matter what age you guys are, if you're a teenager in school, if you're an adult, if you're dealing with bullies, every situation is unique and different. There's not one, solution. But hopefully what I'm going through in my life is helpful in some way to you. Let me ask you guys, how many of you guys are my supporters out there for martial arts, for gardening, or for vegan food? And what would you guys think of me if I just went and physically beat the crap out of everybody who was a bully of mine? Would you guys lose your opinion of me? It is impossible to run away from the bullies. They're always going to be there. But when you're a teenager and you're getting bullied, that's not something to fear. It's an opportunity to learn and grow from and to carry skills with you into your adulthood. And you might mess up. Your ego might get popped. You might lose some popularity. You might get punched. The bully might win in the short term when you're young, but it's important for you to learn from that experience and carry over skills that will help you when you become an adult. Because the bullies are always there. You just can't escape them. Hell, the president of the United States is the biggest bully of all time, and he's in charge right now. So the Biffs of the world, my Back to the Future analogy, the Biffs of the world are always out there. And even though it's fun to watch George McFly hit the crap out of Biff at the end of Back to the Future Part 1, that's not how the world works. The world is better thought of as the Karate Kid, in a Mr. Miyagi way. Spend your time learning how to do kata. Spend your time learning how to prune the bonsai trees. Spend your time learning how to become Mr. Fix-It. Learn these skills that take up your time so you don't have enough time in the day to give to the bully. And use the energy that the bullies give you to become a better you. I gotta say, when there's hate videos of me calling me out on the internet, I train harder that week. I spar harder, I kick harder, and I work out and eat better that week. So thanks you guys for letting me bounce my talk off you. I'm gonna go right now to the gym and hit a workout. And don't forget one thing, be the lion, don't be the ant. The lion is not concerned with what the ants are doing because he or she is too busy being the king or the queen of the jungle. And the lion doesn't have to walk around all day proving him or herself as the best fighter. The lion just lives his or her life, lives a great life. The ants can try to bite all they want, but the lion just walks on.